The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Van Buren County Warriors Volleyball starts now. Streaming on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. Now, let's head down to the court with the voice of your Van Buren County Warriors, Shan Moquin.
All right, good evening, Warrior fans. Welcome back to the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth, and thanks for tuning in. Once again, it is time for some Van Buren County Warrior Girls Varsity Volleyball, and on behalf of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Networks, I'd like to welcome you to tonight's streaming and on-air broadcast presentation of just that, Van Buren County Warrior Girls Volleyball. Couple of ways for you to join the broadcast this evening. We're on the air at your home for today's hits and yesterday's favorites, 92.7 KTWA. We are also streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. If you are choosing to make one of those choices and make this broadcast part of your Monday evening on this September 22nd, 2025, thanks for doing so. We couldn't do it without you. Tonight, the Warriors are here at home, Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School in Keosauqua, Iowa, as they are going to play host to the Washington Demons in a non-conference battle here tonight. Washington from the Southeast Conference, and the Warriors, of course, from the South Division of the Southeast Iowa Super Conference. First serve was scheduled for 7:30. The freshmen and fresh soft and JV matches went a little bit long, so just under 17 minutes on the warm-up clock right now, so we'll be getting a little bit of a late start here tonight, but first serve probably going to be about 7:35 or so. Mr. Kyle Smith is running the control board for us back at the station in Ottumwa tonight. Ottumwa Radio, pressing all the buttons to make this thing go smoothly for everybody. I'm alongside my cameraman and on-site producer, Mr. A.J. Rowe. And my name is Shan Moquin, your play-by-play and radio voice of the Warriors. We're back again for the sports seasons of the 2025-26 school year. All of us will consider it our pleasure to be with you on the call this evening. It's a Warrior Volleyball pregame show. The pregame show brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids, Warrior Pride, county-wide. They're just one of the many great sponsors that we have here in tonight's broadcast. I'm going to go through them with you here in the pregame show. I'll go through their in-game read as well. Started the music here. I'm going to turn up my volume a little bit, so make sure you can hear me. Let's go through those sponsors for you here to start out. Cranston Family Funeral Home in Fairfield and Keosauqua, now to serve you with monument sales and Irish Ridge cremation. CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com. They sponsor the postgame show. Like I just mentioned, the pregame show is the Van Buren County Community School District. First serve and coaches interviews throughout the course of the year. Dowd's Lumber and Home Center, the largest building material supplier in Dowd's. Starting lineups tonight, Smithburg Automotive with 2 locations in Fairfield to serve you. First Iowa State Bank of Albia, Bloomfield, Cantrell, Eddyville, and Keosauqua. Member FDIC, they will sponsor set 1. A Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive for 24/7 emergency service, including nights, holidays, and weekends. Fast, friendly, and professional service at a Roto-Rooter servicing Ottumwa and the surrounding area. Sponsoring set 2, Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. Check out their great selection of Rangers and ATVs. Drive on home today. Sponsoring set number 3. Milo and his team at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield and Keosauqua. Ask them about free delivery or curbside pickup options. Sponsoring tonight's Warrior Player of the Match. Crane Concrete Ready Mix, delivering concrete to Ottumwa, Fairfield, Bloomfield, and the surrounding areas. Sponsoring all the blocks at the net by the Warrior players tonight. Violet Grove Savings Bank, serving you for all your financial needs. Proud supporter of the Van Buren County Warriors. Sponsoring Aces by the Warrior Servers tonight. Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's for gas and all the convenience and daily food specials. Sponsoring my set recaps and match recap throughout the course of the broadcast this evening. Van Buren County Hospital, Simply Remarkable, sponsoring all the kills by the Warrior attackers at the net. Tugboat Transportation, proud supporter of the Van Buren County Warriors, sponsoring set number 4 if necessary. And Owasco Hardware, check out their showroom floor, downtown Keosauqua, sponsoring set number 5. Just under 14 minutes left here on the clock before we get things started. We'll be working our way towards starting lineups, national anthem, and first serve as we get set for girls high school varsity volleyball for you tonight from Keosauqua, Iowa. Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School inside the gym on the Fred Parsons Court. The Washington Demons from the Southeast Conference in town to take on our own Van Buren County Warriors. We're going to continue this pregame show after a 3-minute break so you can start to hear from some of those wonderful sponsors. If you're in the area and need some local business, please make sure you give them a chance. They're a huge part why these broadcasts can be heard on the air at 92.7 KTWA and viewed on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. We'll be back with you to continue this pregame show. We got a lot of good stuff to get to for you. We'll break down both teams, take a look at their wins and losses on the year, conference standings, leading players for each team, other action around the conference tonight. AJ just even wrote out for me the conference tournament pairings, so hot off the press. We're going to go through those for you as well. That'll be Thursday night of this week. So, back with you for more on the Warrior pregame show. After 3 minutes, you're tuned in to Warrior Volleyball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissam, and we are so excited about the upcoming school year. All of us here at Van Buren County can't wait to see all the wonderful things our students accomplish this year. From academic accolades to the gridiron, we are blessed to have you choose Van Buren County in educating your children. Our team has made several improvements throughout the district, and we can't wait for you to see them. New graphics, new flooring, and new Twig science curriculum, just to name a few. We also want to take this time to welcome any new staff and new students to our district. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Tiffany here. The best things in life are a nice spring day, a tasty treat, and a great deal. That's right, a great deal. So why not swing by Dowd's Quick Stop? Savor our barbecue chicken pizza or classic cheeseburger and fries combo. Craving something sweet? Our ice cream is on and is the best around. Dive into our spring fun with our specialty pizza starting at $17.99. Visit us today in Dowd's and follow us on Facebook at Dowd's Quick Stop for more delicious deals. Stop by for a quick taste of spring.
At Van Buren County Hospital, we're proud to support the Van Buren County Warriors on the field, on the stage, and in the classroom. Whether you're crossing the finish line, acing a test, or painting a masterpiece, we're cheering you on every step of the way. And when you need us, we're here with compassionate care, expert providers, and a wide range of services for the whole family. Van Buren County Hospital. Quality care close to home.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We're back with you from the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth here in Keosauqua, Iowa, Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School inside the gym. Fred Parsons Court getting set for girls high school varsity volleyball for you tonight. Non-conference action, Washington Demons out of the Southeast Conference in town to take on our very own Van Buren County Warriors. Just over 9 minutes on the warm-up clock. Let's continue the Warrior Volleyball pregame show brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal to be a great school for all kids, Warrior Pride countywide. Let's take a look at both teams coming into tonight's matchup, starting with the Washington Demons. Head coach is Aaron Six, assisted by Emily Ellis and Jason Farmer. Next action for them, is tomorrow, September 23rd, Tuesday at Burlington. 7:15 p.m. first serve there. They are the Washington Demons. Girls High School Varsity Volleyball overall record on the year is 12-8. 3-0 at home, 3-0 on the road, 6-8 neutral site matches. They compete in Class 3A, the Southeast Conference. Conference record for Washington is 3-0 in the last 5. They are 4-1. Let's take a look at the wins and the losses for Washington on the season. Their wins have come over Carlisle, Mount Pleasant, Edgewood-Colesburg, Northeast, Fairfield, Pella Christian, Keokuk, twice over West Liberty, Muscatine, Danville, and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Their losses have come to Decorah, twice to Clear Creek Amana, Cedar Rapids Xavier, West Liberty, Dubuque, Hempstead, Mid Prairie, and Cedar Rapids Kennedy also. The last time out for Washington was Saturday, September 20th. They went 5-1 and won the West Liberty tournament up there in West Liberty. Let's take a look at the Demons' leading players on the season. Leading them in assists, Reagan Miller with 251, Karis Miller with 134. Leading the Demons in kills, Leighton Messinger with 149, Layla Green with 113, Taylor Miksch with 80. Leading them in digs, Ellie Farmer with 162, Leighton Messinger with 119, Reagan Miller with 114. Leading Washington in blocks, Layla Green with 32, Lauren Drahota with 16, Reagan Miller has 11. Leading Washington in aces, Reagan Miller 31, Taylor Miksch with 25, and Layla Green with 19. Washington, a serve efficiency of 87% on the season, a kill efficiency of .165. Those stats were through 18 matches. Washington has played 20. Couple behind in their stats. 7 minutes on the warm-up clock. Let's turn our attention to the Van Buren County Warriors. These stats for the Warriors through 14 matches of the 18. Head coach is Selena Sayer, assisted by Jenny Wiley. Next action for us, Thursday, September 25th, conference tournament pool play. We're going to be at Waco, starting at 5 p.m. there. They are the Van Buren County Warriors. Girls High School Varsity Volleyball team. Overall record into tonight's matchup is 11-7. They're 1-1 at home, 3-0 on the road, 7-6 in neutral site matches, competing in Class 2A, the Southeast Iowa Super Conference South Division. The conference record for the Warriors is 3-1 in the last 5. The Warriors are 4-1. Van Buren County this year has defeated Pekin, Centerville, Waco, 3 times over Keokuk, Wapello, New London, Murray, West Burlington, and Central Lee. Their losses have come to Durant, Burlington Public, Danville, West Liberty, Burlington Notre Dame, and twice to Holy Trinity Catholic. Last time out for the Warrior girls was last Thursday, September 18th, a 3-1 win in Donaldson over the Central Lee Hawks. Let's take a look at some leading players for the Warriors. Leading them in assists, Sophia Urach, 242. Leading the Warriors in kills, Ashlyn Huff, 126, Marley Mertens, 65, Daphne Wells with 43. Leading the Warriors in digs, Wiley with 154, Mertens 116, Urach with 104. Leading the Warriors in blocks, Sickles has 3, Wells with 2, and Urach with 2. The Warriors have 60 aces as a team. Urach leads them with 13 aces. Huff and Mertens have 10, Sickles with 9, Wells with 8. Van Buren County has serve efficiency of 89.2, kill efficiency of .227. Last time these two teams met was back in September 2nd of 2023. 2-1 Washington win up at that very tough Anamosa tournament. Let's take a look at the conference standings right now. In the Southeast Iowa Super Conference, starting the North Division. Wapello, 9-5, 4-0. Columbus is 5-10, 4-1. Hillcrest Academy, 13-5, 3-1. Winfield Mountain Union, 8-5, 2-1. Louisa Muscatine, 7-5, 3-2. Highland is 4-16, 2-3. Pekin is 7-9, 1-3. Waco, 3-13, 0-4. And Lone Tree is 0-12, 0-4. In the South Division of the Super Conference, Holy Trinity Catholic, 15-1, 4-0, and ranked number 1 in 1A. Burlington Notre Dame, 17-4, 4-0. Van Buren County, 11-7, 3-1. Minneapolis, 9-8, 2-1. Central Lee is 6-7, 1-3. Danville's 3-13, 1-3. West Burlington 8-10, 0-3, and New London is 1-10, 0-4. That's the overall record, followed by the conference record. Let's take a look at the conference standings in the Southeast Conference. I know I wrote it down here somewhere. Here we go. Washington, 12-8, 3-0. Burlington's 19-8, 2-1. Mount Pleasant's 13-8, 2-1. Fairfield 13-9, 2-1. Fort Madison 7-8, 0-3, and Keokuk is 5-13, 0-3. You look at the standings in the Southeast Conference where Washington calls home. Other action, area teams tonight in both of these conferences. Holy Trinity Catholic is hosting an 8-team tournament, the Holy Trinity Catholic Classic. Those teams there are Holy Trinity Catholic, of course, Central Lee, Columbus, Danville, Fort Madison, Keokuk, Minneapolis, and Wapello. Teams in action from the southeast, those are Fort Madison and Keokuk at that Holy Trinity Catholic tournament. Washington is right here to take on Van Buren County. Other teams in action from the Super Conference, Pekin is hosting an invitational tonight, a quadrangular actually, with Cardinal, Moravia, Moulton Udell, and Pekin. I should mention that the fresh sophomore match tonight went in favor of Washington 2-1. The JV match went Washington's way as well, 2-0. Let's take a look at that conference tournament that's coming up on Thursday. Pool play. They've got 4 different sites, and here's the way that things shake out. Waco is going to host. They're one of the sites. They're going to have Waco, Van Buren County, Hillcrest Academy, and West Burlington. New London is also a host site. They've got New London, Holy Trinity Catholic, Danville, and Winfield Mount Union. Wapello is also a host site. They've got Wapello, Pekin, Louisa Muscatine, and Minneapolis. And Burlington Notre Dame, also a host site. They've got Burlington Notre Dame, Highland, Columbus, and Central Lee. I think also maybe Lone Tree. Lone Tree might be headed to New London. I'm not sure. It didn't say. One of those sites will have 5. The rest will have 4. But more importantly for the Warriors, we're going to start at 5 o'clock and I believe play Waco. And then 6 o'clock approximately Hillcrest Academy. 7 o'clock roughly West Burlington. We'll have 3 matches for you on Thursday night. It's going to take probably going 3-0 or 2-1 to advance to the conference tournament quarterfinals from Southeastern Community College over there in Burlington on Saturday night. That's everybody's goal to get there. So Van Buren County is going to Waco to play Waco, Hillcrest Academy, and West Burlington on Thursday night of this week. AJ and I will be there to cover it for you from that little crow's nest in the Waco Gymnasium. Just under 2 minutes left here as we're getting close to finishing the Warrior Volleyball pregame show brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal, be a great school for all kids, Warrior Pride countywide. Let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll come back hopefully with starting lineups and national anthem. First serve coming your way in just a little bit. The Washington Demons non-conference action in town to take on the Van Buren County Warriors and Girls High School Varsity Volleyball. Back with you in 60 seconds. You're tuned in to Warrior Volleyball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissam, and we are so excited about the upcoming school year. All of us here at Van Buren County can't wait to see all the wonderful things our students accomplish this year. From academic accolades to the gridiron, we are blessed to have you choose Van Buren County in educating your children. Our team has made several improvements throughout the district, and we can't wait for you to see them. New graphics, new flooring, and new Twig science curriculum, just to name a few. We also want to take this time to welcome any new staff and new students to our district. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Alrighty, back with you here in the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth, getting set for the start of Girls High School Varsity Volleyball for you this evening. Washington Demons in town to take on the Van Buren County Warriors, and I can turn my volume down a little bit since they cut that warm-up music off. There we go. I think control here will be with the public address announcer shortly. There we go. So, we'll have starting lineups for you momentarily. Here we go.
For Washington, Reagan Miller.
Let's see. For Washington, number 8 is Reagan Miller, sophomore outside hitter setter. 5'11" for the Warriors. Number 1 is Sophia Urach, a senior setter, 5'5". Number 4 is Taylor Mitch for Washington, a senior outside hitter, right side hitter at 5'8". Number 25 is Ada Troutman for the Warriors, a sophomore middle hitter at 5'5". Number 6 for Washington is Layla Green, a junior middle hitter, outside hitter at 5'9". For the Warriors, number 4 is Ashlyn Huff, senior outside hitter at 5'8". For Washington, number 14, Lauren Drahota, sophomore right side hitter, outside hitter at 5'9". For the Warriors, number 13 is Tegan Sickles, sophomore right side hitter at 5'8". Number 5 for Washington is Leighton Messinger, senior outside hitter at 5'10". For the Warriors, Daphne Wells is number 12, a junior middle hitter at 5'7". Number 9 for Washington is Sarah Burdo, junior middle hitter, outside hitter at 5'11". Marley Mertens for the Warriors is number 8, a senior outside hitter at 5'7". Number 1 for Washington is Ellie Farmer, a junior libero at 5'3". And for the Warriors, number 21 is Lexi Wiley, a senior libero at 5'6". Wow, that's a quick run through the starting lineups. They could slow down on those a little bit. That would help me out. We're going to get the national anthem right now. We're going to take a 2-minute break. Be back with you for First Serve. You're tuned into Warrior Volleyball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Whether you're building your dream home, expanding the family farm, or just need a little help getting started, Pilot Grove Savings Bank is here for you. Our experienced lending team offers personalized service with competitive rates because we live here too, and we know what matters. Pilot Grove Savings Bank. We make your goals our priority. Visit us at pilotgrovesavingsbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, that's going to complete the Warrior Volleyball pregame show sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Smithburg Automotive, First Serve, Dowd's Lumber and Home Center. On the floor for the Warriors up front, Sickles, Huff, Troutman in the back, Wells, Mertens, Urach, Wiley waiting to check in for Washington. Let's see, 4, 6, and 8 up front. 4 is Mix, 6 is Green, 8 is Miller. That's Reagan Miller in the back. 14 is Drahota, 5 is Messinger, and 1 is their libero, Farmer. Warriors are going to serve first. Urach will do the honors, and we are just about ready. National anthem out of the way, starting lineups out of the way. That only means one thing is next. High school girls varsity volleyball action for you. The Washington Demons in town to take on our Van Buren County Warriors. And the down referee explaining something to the head coach for Washington. There's the whistle. Here we go. Urach serve on the way. Messinger has it to Reagan, going back set right side, cross-court attack in the middle. Mertens over cleaned up by number 6 on the overpass. That was Green. First kill for her, first as a team, 1-0. Washington and number 8, their setter, Reagan Miller, back to serve, left to center for Reagan Miller. Serve on the way. Sickles, overpass, right back to Washington, tip, and then a second contact over. Huff's going to try to clean it up, off of Messinger and down. Huff off the outside, cleaned that one up. Messinger couldn't control it. Huff, her first kill. Wells in for Troutman, first kill as a team for the Warriors. It's 1-1. Lexi Wiley to serve. Right about on that right lane line, right of center on the service line. Jumps are coming from Wiley. Number 4, Mix has that to Miller, going to the roll shot on the outside. Mertens to dig. Over to Urach, going to Huff. She'll hit off the outside, off the block, and in the middle of the defense. Huff gets her second put away. That was off the block, but it found some room. Second as a team, Warriors up 2-1. Wiley to serve, and Lexi sends it on the way. That one going to come up short into the net. Service error, Warriors. First of the set, first of the match. Free point Demons. It's 2-2. Both schools orange and black here, as you can see if you're watching us on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. Warriors in their gray kind of tops tonight. Orange numbers, white trim. Washington, mostly black, some white and orange trim down the side. The liberos in an orange jersey. Mix the serve, handled by Huff to Urach. Going back to Huff. She'll tip it over the block. Farmer there to dig to Miller. Messinger on the outside attack off the block, dug by Urach to Wiley, going to Huff. She'll roll shot towards the middle of the defense. Mix is there to Miller, back set right side, cross court attack, dug by Urach, but it's going to go out of bounds. That attack from the right side was by 14, Drahota. Lauren Drahota, her first kill, second as a team. It's 3-2, Washington. And number 4, Taylor Mix, back to serve, left to center on the service line for the Demons. They're up 3-2. Right-handed serve on the way. Mertens lets it go. It's out. First service error for Washington. One for each team. Free point, Van Buren County. We're tied at 3. Ashland Huff to serve for the Warriors. A little bit right of center on the service line for Ashland. The approach and the serve on the way. That one goes long. Second service error of the set for the Warriors. 4-3 Washington. Farmer's out, and number 9, Burdo, is in. That's Sarah Burdo for Washington. Number 6, Green to serve, left to center on the service line. It's on the way. That one's out. Each team juiced up, and they're trading service errors. Second for Washington. Farmer back in for Green, I believe. Yes. It's Tegan Sickles to serve for the Warriors. That one catches the tape. Service error. Back and forth service error as we go. 5-4 Washington, third service error of the match for the Warriors. Here comes a sub for the Demons. Karis Miller, number 2, in for 14, Drahota. Miller will serve. Towards the right corner, serve on the way. One that died, but Huff has it to Urach. Back set right side, Wells. Cross-court attack, Daphne hit it out of bounds. Attack error, Van Buren County, Washington up 6-4. Miller's next serve, that's a service error for Karis Miller. Each team with 3 service errors. A little sloppy here. Troutman in for Wiley. That cuts the Washington lead to 1. 6-5 Demons up. Wells will serve it for the Warriors. Daphne Wells a little bit right of center on the service line. Daphne a short serve. Up to get it. 1 contact and 2 going to Miller on the outside. Dug by Huff in the back. Passing to Urach. Going to Merton. She'll tip it to the middle and she finds a hole. The campfire shot for Marley off the outside gives Mertens her first kill, team third. Tied at 6. We are early in the set 1. Daphne Wells, the next serve on the way. That one's a service error into the net. 4th already for the Warriors. Wiley back in for Wells. And number 5, Leighton Messinger, a senior outside hitter at 5'10", back to serve from the right corner for Washington. They lead it 7-6 here in set 1, a best-of-5 setter. Serve on the way. Wiley passing to Urach. Going to the middle. Troutman, and she is out. It was close. Down the middle. She overhit it. Did Ada a little bit. Attack here, Van Buren County 8-6. Demons. Messinger to serve again from that same spot in the right corner. Serve on the way. Sickles. Passing to Urach. Back set right side. Marley will tip it towards the back corner, and that one's in. Mertens found some room in that back right corner. Her second kill, team 4th, 8-7. Side out, Van Buren County. Mertens will serve it. Marley over towards that right corner, and it's on the way. Mix has that one. Going to Miller. Back to Mix. Blocked by Troutman, but it falls over the block of the Warriors. Mix, Taylor Mix will get her first kill, third as a team. Green back in for, let me catch a number for you. Number 9, Burdo out. Served by Miller, handled by Wiley to Urach to Huff. She'll go cross court, dug by Miller, but that's coming out of bounds. That's a kill for Huff. Their libero, Karis Miller, couldn't handle it. That's Ellie Farmer, excuse me. Farmer, the libero. Huff gets her third kill, 5th as a team in set 1. 9-8, Washington. Urach will serve it for the Warriors. A high floater. Farmer has that. Going to Karis Miller. A middle attack by 6 that goes long. They want off the block, but they're not going to get it. That's Green on the attack error for Washington. We're tied at 9. Urach, halfway between the center and the right corner, handled by Messinger. And tipped to the left by 6. Green off the assist from Miller. Green gets her second kill. That's the 4th as a team sub. Washington 14. Drahota in for 2. Miller. That's Karis Miller. Number 8, Reagan Miller, back to serve, left to center. Serve, catches the tape. It hit Huff and then the foot or the back legs of Sickles as she was diving for it, but the touch by Huff threw her off and acted as an ace. Won't credit her with one, but that's a point, Washington. They hit the tape and threw everybody off. 11-9 Demons. Number 8, Reagan Miller, the next serve. A good low serve. Wiley has that to Urach, going Huff middle. Off of 1 contact and 2 over to the scorer's table. Reagan Miller and Drahota got a piece of it. Wells in for Troutman. Let's give Huff another kill at her 4th, team 6th. 11-10, Washington back and forth we go. Wiley to serve. Warriors down 1. Wiley the jump serve. It's on the way. Farmer has that. Reagan Miller going to the outside. A row blocked by Sickles. Washington keeps it alive. Back to Drahota on the outside. Dug by Urach. Passing to Wiley to Sickles. She'll tip, blocked by Washington. Urach keeps it alive. Wells going to back set right side Huff. She'll tip it towards the back. Messinger has it for Washington. Reagan Miller, Green, dug by Mertens to Huff. A free ball coming from Urach to Messinger to Reagan Miller, right side. Off the block of Wells and down by Drahota. She gets her second kill. 5th as a team, 12-10. Demons with the lead. And Mix will serve. Left to center on the service line for Washington. Taylor Mix sends it on the way. Short serve, Huff. Urach back into play. Huff a free ball with 2 hands that go, lands in. Reagan Miller and Drahota will give a kill to Huff, her 5th, team 7th. Here comes Chaplin in for Huff to serve. Warriors back to within a point. Been a closely played first set. It's 12-11. Washington up 1. Kaylee Chaplin in to serve for Huff. A little bit right of center is Kaylee. And a serve on the way. Farmer to Miller. Going to the outside, Messinger. Urach tried to dig it. Got a piece of it. Couldn't control it. Messinger, their leading hitter, gets her first kill. 6th as a team. Huff back in for Chaplin. And number 9, Berto, in for Farmer. And number 6, Green to serve it towards the left side for Washington. They're up 2 at 13-11. Serve on the way. Huff overhead past Urach. Going to set Sickles on the right side. Off the block and down. Off the block of number 9, Berto. Sickles gets a put away. Her first, team 8th. Farmer back in for Green for Washington. 13-12. Sickles will serve it towards the right side. Teagan sends it on the way. Mix. First contact. Miller going to the outside. Messinger off the block of the Warriors. Huff overhead past Urach. Going to Mertens on the outside. Dug by Farmer on a cross-court attack. Miller backs that right side. Mix. Roll shot towards the back. Huff. Urach. Mertens. She'll tip over the block and down. Mertens with good court awareness over the block of Drahota and Berto. Mertens her 3rd kill. Team's 9th. We're tied at 13. Teagan Sickles, right corner, next serve on the way. Mix, straight up in the air. Setter Miller comes to get it, a free ball from Mix. That's dug by Wiley to Urach to Mertens. She'll tip over the block again, supported by Reagan Miller to Farmer. Going to Messinger on the outside off the block of the Warriors and out of bounds. Wells and Urach tried to get her, they did, but it ricocheted off and out of bounds. Messinger gets her second put away, team 7 to the first set. And I think that point went to the wrong side. I think Washington's up 14-13. Messinger, Miller, right side. Drahota, dug by Huff to Urach. Mertens, she'll tip. Messinger there to cover it to Reagan Miller going middle. A tip dug by Urach. That was Berto to Wiley, back set. Outside, Mertens overhit that one down the line towards the back left corner. Attack here, Warriors. What's your score? 14 all? Okay, they're right. We're tied at 14. Number 2, Karis Miller in to serve for number 14, Drahota. Tied at 14 here in a closely played set 1. Karis Miller, the serve on the way. Wiley and Mertens had to come to get it. Urach a free ball. Back to the Demons. Farmer, Miller, outside Messinger. Back middle, Huff, and Messinger put some steam behind that one, and Huff couldn't do anything. thing with it. Messinger, their leading hitter, her third kill. She's getting going here a little bit. That's the 8th as a team. Washington back up 15-14. Karis Miller, Wiley handles it to Urach, backside right side, Wells. Cross court, dug by Mitch. Messinger on the long, on the second contact from the back row, put that one away cross court. She didn't wait for the set, or didn't set it for anybody else. She took it herself. Her 4th kill. Team 9th. Kills are even at 9 now. 16-14. Washington up 2. Number 2, Karis Miller. The next serve. A good low serve handled by Huff in the middle. Back Urach comes to get it. Mertens, she'll tip to the right. Messinger comes to cover it. Farmer back in. A free ball with 2 hands. To Wiley, to Urach, going Wells middle. She'll blocked. Kept alive by Wells. Wiley a roll shot out of the back. Mix towards the net. To Miller, Messinger, dug by Wiley. Oh, it's off a light. It was headed over. Mertens sends it back into play. They keep playing it. Dug by Washington to Farmer to Messinger on the outside. Down the line, popped up in the air by Sickles to Urach, who went overpass. Washington tried to clean it up. Mertens keeps it alive. Then Wells. Huff with the left hand came up short. A furious rally by both teams. Comes up on an attack here by the Warriors, and that's a point. Demons. Number 2, Karis Miller. With Washington up 17-14, right of center, serve on the way. Huff overhead pass Urach, going to Mertens on the outside, blocked by Reagan Miller and number 9, Berto. That's a block for a point by Washington. First for either team, 18-14 as they've created a little separation now. Karis Miller, right of center, serve on the way. Huff to Urach, bad set to the right side. Wells with 2 hands over to Reagan Miller. To the other Miller, Karis to Messinger, cross court, dug by Wiley, nicely. Mertens will tip, blocked, popped up in the air. Here comes it. Well, I guess okay, they're going to set Messinger because it was a block. They got 3 contacts after that, and she put that one away in the middle back. Messinger getting going, her 5th kill, team 10th. Timeout Warriors. It's 19-14. Let's take a 30-second break and be back with more first set action. You're tuned into Warrior Volleyball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissam, and we are so excited about the upcoming school year. All of us here at Van Buren County can't wait to see all the wonderful things our students accomplish this year. From academic accolades to the gridiron, we are blessed to have you choose Van Buren County in educating your children. Our team has made several improvements throughout the district, and we can't wait for you to see them. New graphics, new flooring, and new Twig science curriculum, just to name a few. We also want to take this time to welcome any new staff and new students to our district. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Alrighty, back with you. The Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth here from Keosauqua, Iowa, Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School. The next serve by Miller's on the way. Sickles has it. Goes out of bounds. Urach back into play. Mertens a free ball with the forearms to Farmer. To Miller to Messinger. Down the line. Popped up in the air by Sickles. Wells comes to save it. Then Mertens will tip a free ball down the net. To Messinger. To Karis Miller. Back set right side. Reagan Miller. Cross court. Dug by Sickles. It's an overpass. It's going to. Nope, they're going to play it. Messinger. Karis Miller. Back to Messinger. Blocked by the Warriors, but out of bounds. Wells. And Urach got her. Messinger, though, it went off of the Warriors and out of bounds. Messinger's 6th kill, team 11, 20-14. Washington up 6. Karis Miller will continue her service run right of center. Warriors looking for a side out. A good low serve handled by Huff to Mertens, and then a free ball coming from Wells. Warriors were out of system. Mix to Karis Miller, going to Messinger. Overpass. Urach sends it back to Washington. Popped up in the air by number 9, Berto. Here's a right side attack from Reagan Miller, sent back on 2 by Urach to Mix in the back to Karis Miller. Then Messinger, a free ball to the Warriors. Let's do something with it. Huff to Urach to the middle. Wells blocked, kept alive by Wells. Wiley has it going to Mertens. She'll tip it down the line. Mix, oh, that was a lift. They didn't call it. Karis Miller and Messinger puts that one away from deep on the outside, and Wiley couldn't get it. That was a lift on Washington, I think. Messinger, her 7th, team 12 kill. 21-14. Karis Miller has created the separation, continuing the service run. It's on the way, and it's in. Huff thought it was out. Sickles thought it was out. It landed in. 22-14. That's the first ace of the match. And Karis Miller gets it. Her first, team first. 22-14. Closely played first set up until it was 14-all. That serve handled by Huff. Overhead pass. Urach going to Mertens. Blocked. Kept alive by Mertens with a kick, but it goes out of bounds. Way too far from the net to hit that one, and they got an easy block for a point. Second for Washington, 23-14. Warriors hung with him in this first set until about 14, 15-14. And that serve handled by Wiley. Urach on the second contact. Karis Miller to Farmer. Right side attack Miller. Cross court. That goes errantly wide. Well, finally a side out there. Here comes Troutman in for Wiley. It was about 9 points in a row there for Karis Miller. Wells to serve. Farmer has it in the back. Karis Miller, right side attack Messinger, and she pounded that one down the line. Not a chance for any Warrior to do anything with that one. She's playing at a different level right now. Messinger's 8th kill, team 13th, 24-15 set point. Washington, Messinger will serve. And you got to try to double block her, but the only way you're going to do anything about it. Leighton Messinger, serve on the way. Sickles to Urach, setter dump on 2. To Karis Miller to Farmer, going to the outside, off the net and block of the Warriors, and it finds the floor. Troutman and Urach. That's a block for a point by the Warriors. They're first, 24-16. Mertens will serve. Warriors need to go on a scoring run. A bunch of set points coming here for Washington. Mertens serve on the way. Miksch has that. Karis Miller back to Miksch on the outside. An attack. Oh, and Sickles hit it twice in a row. Popped it up in the air and then touched it for 2 hits. Miksch will get the kill. Her second, team 14th, 25-16 is the way that first set ends. Washington wins it, and they're up 1-0. Let's take a 60-second break. We'll do a set recap brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's for gas and all the convenience and daily food specials when we come back from this 60-second break. You're tuned in to Warrior Volleyball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Need help with your next home project? Look no further than Wasco Hardware in Keosauqua. We're your small town service and big city selection. From kitchen and bath showrooms to complete do-it-yourself solutions, we've got you covered. Let us do it for you. We offer free in-home estimates, free delivery, and flexible financing options. Our team of professionals represents the top brands in cabinetry and countertops. Day or evening appointments are available because customer service is our #1 priority. Visit our showroom today and discover why Wasco Hardware in Keosauqua is your home improvement headquarters.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you at the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth here from Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School in Keosauqua, Iowa, inside the gym at Fred Parsons Court. Washington takes the first set in girls high school varsity volleyball non-conference action. The Washington Demons from the Southeast Conference in town tonight to take on the Van Buren County Warriors, and Washington wins the first set 25-16. It was a closely played set up to about 14 all. Let's do a set recap brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop. In that first set, 4 service errors for the Warriors, 3 for Washington. No aces for Van Buren County, 1 for Washington. The kills were 14-9 in favor of Washington. Washington 2 blocks for a point, the Warriors with 1. For Washington, Messinger led them with 8 kills, Green 2, Miksch 2, Drahota 2, Miller had the ace for the Warriors, Huff had 5 kills, Mertens 3, Sickles 1. On the floor for the Warriors up front, Huff, Troutman, Urach in the back, Sickles, Wells, Mertens, Wiley waiting to check in for Washington. Let's see, Miksch, Green, and Drahota up front. In the back, it's Reagan, Miller, Farmer, and Messinger. That's the way that things set up. First serve of the second set, brought to you by Dowd's Lumber and Home Center. Set 2, sponsored by Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive. Reagan Miller the serve. A good low serve handled by Wiley to Urach going to Huff on the outside. She hit it through the block, dug by Reagan Miller to Messinger going to Miksch. Attack blocked by the Warriors, and Sickles got a piece of it, but it falls to the floor. Number 4, Miksch, her 3rd kill, first as a team in set 2. Their 15th of the match. Washington up 1-0. Reagan Miller the next serve on the way. Wiley overhead pass Urach. Going to Huff. She'll tip over the block. Miksch there to support it to Reagan Miller. Going to Green. Blocked by the Warriors. Miksch keeps it alive for the Demons. Reagan Miller backs that right side. Drahota. Cross-court attack. Sickles, Wiley, and then Urach will tip. And blocked. kept alive. Mitch over to Miller, a roll shot, a couple of touches. Wiley wasn't looking, and it falls. So a point, Demons. I guess I can't really award a kill on that one after a couple of contacts. Just leave it go. Reagan Miller off the tape, and it goes in front of Wiley. Ace Washington, first of the second set, second of the match. Three-zip Demons. Reagan Miller, good low hard serve handled by Mertens to Urach, going to Huff on the outside, blocked, punched over by Huff right to the middle of the defense, and Farmer couldn't get it. Huff gets her sixth kill, first as a team in set 2, 10th of the match for the Warriors. It's 3-1. Urach will serve it for Van Buren County towards the right corner. Sophia sends it on the way. Farmer, Reagan Miller back into play, tipped by Mitch. Troutman, a block and a touch. They're going to call 2 hits in a row. Point Demons. 4-1 they lead. Mitch left to center will serve. That one into the net. Service there. First of set 2-4 to the match. For Washington, Wells in for Troutman. Sub for the Demons. Number 11, Kendall Conway coming in for number 4, Taylor Mitch. 4-2 Washington. Wiley to serve. Lexi Wiley right to center. Catches the tape and falls in front of, for an ace, falls in front of Conway. First ace of the match for the Warriors. That ace brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Warrior kills are sponsored by Van Buren County Hospital. Warrior blocks, Grain Concrete Ready Mix. Wiley the next serve. It's 4-3 Washington. Farmer pass to Reagan Miller going to the outside. Messenger down the line, dug by Urach off the ceiling. Mertens, then Wiley sends it back to the Demons. Farmer in the middle back to Reagan Miller. Back set right side, blocked by Huff, but out of bounds on the attack by Drahota. Her third kill. Team second in set 2, 16th of the match, 5-3. Farmer's out. And number 7, Addison Miller, the third Miller, and broadcaster's nightmare into the match. 3 Millers on the team. Good luck, Shan. That one off the tape by number 6, Green, and it falls for an ace in the middle of the Warrior defense. Green gets her first ace, second as a team in set 2, third of the match, 6-3 Washington, and Green will serve again. Left to center on the service line for the Demons. Serve on the way, that one goes long. Second service error, set 2, fifth of the match for Washington. 3-point Warriors, it's 6-4. Farmer's back in for Green. Chaplin in for Huff to serve for Van Buren County. Kaylee Chapman, a few rhythm dribbles, right to center, serve on the way. Messinger, overhead pass. Then a forearm set to Messinger on the outside, cross court, dug to the middle, dug by Chaplin. To Farmer, to Reagan Miller, middle attack coming by the other Miller, dug by Wiley. Chaplin back into play, and then Urach and Sickles couldn't decide who was going to get it. So number 7, Addison Miller gets her first kill, team third of the set, 17th of the match, 7-4 Washington. Chaplin in, or out, Huff in, and number 2, Karis Miller in for 14, Drahota. I got to get her a side out right away if she had that long service run for Washington in set 1. Right to center, Karis Miller. Well, there we go. That'll work, a service error. Third of the set, 6th of the match for the Demons. That helps the rotation. She won't serve again for 5 more times. 7-5. Sickles on the serve towards the right corner for the Warriors. It's on the way. First contact, second, and right into my stand. And off somebody's head, the camera photographer. So, it acted like an ace. Won't credit with 1-2 contacts. Point Warriors, 7-6. Sickles to serve. For 11, Conway has that. Comes over the net, but out of bounds. Point Warriors. So a couple in a row for Sickles. In the air by Washington. Makes it 7 apiece. Sickles the next serve. It's on the way. Farmer going to Karis Miller. Right side Messinger, and that one's in towards the back middle. Messinger, her 9th put away, 4th as a team in set 2, 18th of the match, 8-7 Washington. Conway's out, Mitch is back in for the Demons. And Messinger towards the right corner, going to serve for Washington. Leighton Messinger, serve on the way, handled by Wiley to Urach. Forearm set for Mertens. She'll tip it down the net. Was out. Marley tried to cut one with two hands right down that tough angle. And an attack error. Warriors makes it 9-7. Washington in set 2, they're up 1-0. Messinger the serve. That one's going to go long, and it did. Fourth service error of set 2, 7th of the match. Troutman in for Wiley. Sub for Washington coming as well. Number 3, Lily Brown into the match for Messinger. Taking a little bit on the sub. Now they've got it. Scores table running a little behind. It's 9-8. Washington. Wells to serve. Right to center for Daphne. It's on the way. Right to Brown. To Karis Miller to Farmer. A free ball coming to the Warriors. Sickles overhead pass. Urach overhead set. Mertens off the block and down. Number 7 and 8. Miller. Addison Miller. Reagan Miller. Tried to get her. But the Warriors get a point. We're tied at 9. Wells, the next serve. Farmer, Karis Miller, Reagan Miller off the block of the Warriors. Dug by Wells in the back. Urach towards the net. Mertens, a free ball over to number 3, Brown to Karis Miller to Mitch. Into the net, attack here, Demons. 2 points ago, Mertens will give her her 4th kill. Second as a team in the set, 11th of the match. Warriors up 10-9 here in set 2. Wells to serve again. Daphne, this good low hard serve on the way to Farmer. To Karis Miller going to Mitch. Deep attack dug by Wells. Off the ceiling. Urach will send it over on 2. Farmer, Karis Miller, Reagan Miller. To Sickles to Urach going to Mertens. A tip over the block. Supported by Karis Miller to Farmer to Mitch. She'll tip over the Warrior block. Sickles is there for the Warriors. To Urach. Troutman will tip it towards the back. Too far. Attack here, Warriors. We're tied at 10. Wiley in for Wells, and that's Green in for Addison Miller. And Farmer, their libero, will serve. Halfway between, it's a short serve. Huff up to get it halfway between the center and the right corner. To Urach, backs that right side. Mertens, she'll tip over the block. Farmer is there to Karis Miller. They're going to say nope. Washington in the net. Point Warriors, 11-10. Mertens a serve, handled by Mick to Karis Miller, back to Mick on the outside. She'll have to just tip. Was it out of bounds? It was out. She tried to tip it to the left of the block of the Warriors, and it's out on the far side over there. Attack here, Washington. 12-10, Van Buren County up 2 here in set 2, trailing 1-0. Mertens towards the corner. Marley the serve on the way. Brown to Farmer, a roll shot from Mick to the middle back. Mertens to Urach, coming to Huff, blocked. They're double blocking her every time. Reagan Miller and Green got her, blocked for a point as it landed in. Drahota in for Karis Miller, Reagan Miller to serve. Third block for a point in the match. 12-11, side out for Washington here. Reagan Miller serve on the way, off of Sickles, it ricochets back. That'll be an ace. Their third of the set, 4th of the match, tied at 12. Reagan Miller, about halfway between the center and the left corner. Serve on the way. Wiley straight up in the air. Mertens towards the net. Huff, a roll shot to the middle of the defense. Brown to Reagan Miller going to Mick. Dug by Mertens in the middle back to Urach coming to Huff. She'll tip down the line. Reagan Miller, overhead pass, a forearm set from Farmer. To Drahota, blocked by the Warriors, but it finds the floor on the Van Buren side. Drahota gets her 4th kill, team 5th of the set, 19th of the match. For Washington, they're back up, 13-12 here in set 2. Reagan Miller, left of center, will continue the service run. Sickles sends that one to Urach, going to Troutman out of the middle, blocked, and then they try to control it with one contact, but they can't, off of Mitch. I'll give a put away to Ada Troutman. Her first, team 3rd of the set, 12th of the match. Tied at 13 here in set 2. Urach up next, serve on the way from Sophia. Mick goes to Reagan Miller, going to Green. Tipped, Wiley there to dig it. Troutman, Huff will tip it back to Washington. Up to get it. Overpass. Troutman was in the net. Too far over the net to attack that one. Was Ada Troutman. That's an error. The Warriors, here comes a sub, Messinger, back in for Brown. Taylor Mick back to serve. Washington leads 14-13. Handled by Wiley to Urach. Huff out of the middle, blocked. Kept alive by Huff. Creeps over the net. Messinger plays it to Mick. Back to Messinger, a roll shot to the middle of the defense, dug by Wiley. Her pass to Urach. To the right side, tipped across by Sickles. To Farmer, to Reagan Miller. Green out of the middle. Wiley goes past Sickles. And number 6, Layla Green, her third kill. 6th as a team here in set 2, 20th of the match. Washington up 2, 15-13. This is where set 1 got away from the Warriors. Need a side out, and that'll work. Service error wide to the left. Washington's 5th service error, set 2, 8th of the match. Wells in for Troutman. Here comes Conway in for Mick for the Demons. Lexi Wiley to serve for Van Buren County. Lexi, serve on the way. Farmer in the middle back, sent it to Reagan Miller. Back set right side. Drahota off the block of the Warriors, finds the middle of the defense and the floor. Drahota, her 5th kill. 7th as a team. Farmer out. Number 7, Addison Miller in. 7th kill as a team in set 2, 21st of the match. Washington up 16-14. Green. It's Layla Green on the serve. Goes way long. Too much power behind that one. 6th service error of set 2. 9th of the match. Farmer in for Green. Here comes Chaplin in for Huff. And Kaylee's going to serve. Kaylee, a few rhythm dribbles, and serve on the way. Handled by Conway. Right side attack, cross court. Doug, sent back by Sickles. Washington, nope, it's off the stand. I don't think you can play it off the stand. No. So that'll be an error on Washington there. Going to give a point to the Warriors. Tied at 16. Kaylee Chaplin, the next serve is on the way. Overhead pass goes backwards from Brown to Farmer to the outside Messinger. Popped up in the air by Wiley to Urach. Deep center dump to Reagan Miller to Farmer, going to Messinger. Dug by Chaplin in the middle back nicely. Reagan Miller, Farmer, a forearm set to the right side, tipped. Wiley can't come up to get it. And Drahota gets her. Chaplin's out, Huff in. Here comes number 2, Karis Miller in for Drahota. Drahota, her 6th kill. 8th as a team in set 2, 22nd of the match, 17-16. Karis Miller, serve on the way. Wiley has it, passing to Urach, back set right side, Sickles off the block. Kept alive by Reagan Miller. 2 players run into each other. Karis Miller can't get the set. I'll give Sickles a kill off the right side there. Her 2nd, team 4th. In the set, 13th of the match, tied at 17. Sickles to serve. Farmer, Karis Miller, back set right side. Messinger down the line. Wiley touched it, couldn't control it. Messinger gets her 10th, and the Warriors have no answer for her right now. That's the 9th kill of the set. Here comes Mick in for Conway. Let's see, 9th kill of the set, 23rd of the match for the Demons. They lead set 2, 18-17. Up 1 set to none. Messinger the serve. Overhead pass, Huff. Urach has to come and help towards the net. Mertens couldn't tip it over. That's an error on the Warriors. Point Demons. 19-17 Washington. Leading here in set 2. Leighton Messinger the serve. Huff. Forearm pass. Urach to Wells. Daphne out of the middle off of Messinger. She couldn't control it. Daphne Wells, her 1st kill of the match. Team 5th of the set, 14th of the match. Troutman in for Wiley. Here it comes. Brown in for Messinger. For Washington, Wells to serve. Warriors down 1, 19-18 here in set 2. Daphne, the serve on the way. Brown to Karis Miller to Mick on the outside. Cross court. Daphne couldn't handle that one. Point. Here comes Wiley in for Wells. Addison Miller out. Green is back in. Mix will get that kill, her fourth, team 10th of the set, 24th of the match, 20-18. A short serve by Farmer. Sickles to Urach to Mertens. Oh, it was blocked for a point by Mix over there. Second block for a point of the set, fourth of the match for Washington. 21-18, Demons up by 3. And number 1, Ellie Farmer, the libero at 5'3", will serve. Huff, forearm pass. Urach back set right side. Mertens off the block and down in the middle of the defense. Mertens gets a kill off the right side for the Warriors. That's her 5th, team 6 of the set, 15th of the match, 21-19. And Marley to serve. Mertens a serve on the way. Farmer, a forearm pass. Karis Miller going green. Oh, and mistimed. An error on a mistimed set for the middle there, green, and it falls to the floor. Warriors back within 1 at 21-20 here in set 2. Washington leads 1-0. Mertens the serve. Mix towards the net. Cleaned up by the Warriors, kept alive. Karis Miller, then a free ball coming from Mix. Wiley to Urach, going to Huff. She'll tip it. Karis Miller up in the air with 2 hands. Farmer an overhead set to Reagan Miller. She'll tip. Wiley up to get it. Back to Farmer for Washington to Karis Miller going middle. Ooh, was that off the block? No. Just a mishit by number 6, Green. Attack here, Demons. And set 2 a little bit closer than set 1, 21-all. Mertens a little mini service run. Will continue. Farmer, forearm pass to Karis Miller. Blocked on the attack by Green, but it goes out of bounds. Troutman got her. Too much power by Green. It went out of bounds. Her 4th kill, team 11th of the set, 25th of the match. Drahota in for Karis Miller, and it's 22-21 Washington. The second Miller, Reagan Miller, will serve left of center on the service line for Reagan. A good low serve handled by Sickles straight up in the air. Wiley straight up in the air. Huff a free ball to Brown in the back to Reagan Miller. Backs that right side. Drahota will tip, kept alive by Huff to Mertens out of the back. Urach a free ball. Deep middle. Brown. Reagan Miller going over to Mix. A roll shot. Sickles up to support it. An overpass cleaned up off of Troutman. Drahota will get the put away. Her 7th, team 12th of the set, 26 of the match. Washington up 2, 23-21. Need a side out to the Warriors, and quickly. Number 8, Reagan Miller the serve. Sickles passing to Urach, going to Huff on the outside, cross court and down. Finally got Ashland going there on one. Point Warriors, they do get a side out. That's Huff's 7th, team 7th kill of set 2, 16th of the match. It's 23-22. Urach up to serve for Van Buren County. Sophia towards the right corner over there. How about a 3-point service run for Sophia and we win this 25-23? Let's see. Brown to Reagan Miller, back set right side Mix, and she overhit it. Hit it errantly wide on the far side. Point Warriors, 23-all. Here comes Messinger in for Brown for Washington. We're tied at 23. Urach's next serve is on the way to Messinger. Reagan Miller going back set right side Mix, and Marley let it go. It was in. She didn't overhit that one. She hit it hard, but in a good spot. Mix, her 5th put away, 13th for Washington in set 2, 27th of the match, and a set point coming for the Demons at 24-23. Mix left of center to serve it. It's on the way. Wiley has it. Huff saves it. Sickles with 2 hands sends it back. Drahota, a good job, good hustle by the Warriors. Miscommunication by Washington, it's an error, and it falls. Troutman in, out, Wells in, and we're tied at 24. Good hustle by Huff and Sickles there to send it back, creating an error by Washington. Lexi Wiley will serve it for the Warriors. Right of center is Lexi, serve on the way. Farmer, Reagan Miller going to Messinger on the outside, blocked by the Warriors. And it lands out. They blocked her again, but she hits it hard enough that it went out of bounds. Off of Van Buren County. Messinger's 11th kill of the night. Team's 14th in set 2, 28th of the match. 14 kills in each set. And number 7, Miller, back in for Farmer. That's the 3rd Miller, Addison Miller. Set point, and number 6, Green to serve it, left of center for the Demons. Serve on the way. Mertens, Urach, back set, Huff. She'll tip it towards the back. Reagan Miller up in the air with 2 hands. The Green, and Messinger overhit that one from the outside. That's an error on Washington. Farmer back in for Green. Here comes Chaplin in for Huff to serve it. We're tied at 25, set 2. Washington up 1-0. This set, Warriors hanging it right with them. Chaplin, right of center, taking her customary rhythm dribbles, and Kaylee, the serve is on the way. Messinger to Reagan Miller, going back to her, into the net. Messinger, attack, air. Here comes a set point for the Warriors at 26-25 in set 2. Timeout, Washington and head coach Aaron Six. Let's take a 30-second break. Come on back for more second set action. Warriors trail 1-0. They lead at 26-25 here in set 2. Got a set point coming up. Back with you in 30 seconds. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte is a proud supporter of the Van Buren Warriors. Tugboat Transportation is located on 1st Street in Bonaparte, in scenic Van Buren County. Tugboat Transportation is a trucking business offering trucking services, motor freight, and self-storage. For more information, contact Mark with Tugboat Transportation at 319-592-3199. That's 319-592-3199. Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte. That's Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte.
All right, back with you from the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth. Set point for the Warriors, 26-25. Kaylee Chaplin to serve it. Right to center. The serve on the way. Farmer, forearm pass. Reagan Miller, overhead set to Messinger. A roll shot coming off the outside. Oh, and that was a good one. Right over the block of Wells and Sickles and in the middle of the defense, and nobody there. Huff back in for Chaplin. Here comes Karis Miller in for Drahota. Messinger gets her 12th kill. 15th as a team in set 2, 29th of the match. They dodge a set point. Karis Miller to serve. Right to center for Washington. It's on the way. Huff. Urach, a forearm set to Merton. She'll tip over the block. Karis Miller. Reagan Miller over to Messinger on the outside. Down the line. Dug by Urach. Wiley comes over to help out nicely. Mertens. A free ball back to the Demons. Mix to Karis Miller to Messinger on the outside, and she put that one away. Dangerous off the outside is Leighton Messinger. That's her 13th kill of the night. Washington's 16th of the set, 30th of the match, and they've got a set point now. We might be looking at that set point that the Warriors couldn't get there as a turning point in this match. Here comes Karis Miller. Serve is to Huff, to Urach, going to set Mertens on the outside. Marley, dug by Messinger, cross court. Karis Miller to Reagan Miller, dug by Huff. Urach, set goes backwards. Wiley, a roll shot out of the back. Farmer. Forearm pass, Karis Miller, overhead set to Messinger on the outside, cross court and down. Warriors just have no answer for her. That's a set 28-26. Washington wins set 2. They're up 2-0. Messinger gets her 14th kill of the night. That's the 17th kill of set 2, 31st of the match. So Washington up 2-0. And the Warriors got to figure out an answer for Messinger. Not sure there is one. Got a double blocker with somebody big, but let's take a 60-second break. We'll do a set recap brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's when we come back for set number 3, brought to you by Slayton Polaris. 60-second break. You're tuned into Warrior Volleyball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissam, and we are so excited about the upcoming school year. All of us here at Van Buren County can't wait to see all the wonderful things our students accomplish this year. From academic accolades to the gridiron, we are blessed to have you choose Van Buren County in educating your children. Our team has made several improvements throughout the district, and we can't wait for you to see them. New graphics, new flooring, and new Twig science curriculum, just to name a few. We also want to take this time to welcome any new staff and new students to our district. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you to the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth here from Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School, Keosauqua, Iowa. Girls High School Varsity Volleyball for you tonight. We've completed 2 sets. Washington has won them both, 25-16. 28-26. Set 2 recap brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's. No service errors in set 2 for the Warriors. They've got 4 for the match. 6 service errors in set 2 for Washington. They got 9 for the match. 3 aces in set 2 for Washington. They've got 4 for the match, 1 ace for the Warriors total. 17 kills in set 2 for Washington, 31 total. 7 kills for the Warriors in set 2. They've got 16 total. Warriors with a block for a point. Washington has 4 blocks for a point. Messinger leads Washington with 14 kills. Mitch has 5. Green with 4. Drahota with 7 for the Warriors. Huff has 7. Mertens 5. Sickles 2. Wells 1. Troutman 1. Yurok will serve. Here we go with set 3, brought to you by Slayton Polaris. Serve on the way. Messinger has it. Reagan Miller going to Mitch. Cross court, dug by Wiley. Troutman back into play. Huff will tip it over. Messinger to Reagan Miller to the middle. Blocked for a point by Huff and Troutman. Good way to start set 3 on a block for a point by the Warriors. They lead at 1-0. Yurok will serve again. On the floor for the Warriors, Reagan Miller, or the Demons, Mitch and Green in the back. Farmer, Messinger, Drahota. Drahota has that one on the serve from Yurok to Reagan Miller to the outside. Mitch will tip it over. Yurok overhead pass Wiley, a forearm set to Huff. He'll tip, block at the line by Huff. Sickles, forearm pass, Yurok a roll shot. To Drahota, to Reagan Miller, going to Green. Towards the middle back in front of Marley. She couldn't handle it. So Green gets her 5th kill. First for Washington in set 3, 32nd of the match. We're tied at 1 and Reagan Miller to serve. A little bit left to center. And a good low hard serve on the way. Mertens, Troutman, second contact over. Farmer, Reagan Miller going to Mitch. Towards the back, it's out. She overhit that one. Did number 4, Taylor Mitch. Wells in for Troutman. Wiley will serve. Van Buren County 2-1 lead. Set 3. Although trailing 2-0. Wiley serving in the net. Warriors with no service errors in set 2. That's the first in set 3, their 5th of the match. We're tied at 2. And number 4, Taylor Mitch. A little bit left to center. Will serve. It's on the way. Wiley. First contact to Yurok. Set her dump on 2. Messinger up in the air to Reagan Miller. Back set right side. Drahota. Dug by Mertens with one arm. Wells made a contact with it into the net, and nobody else could control it. Point Demons. Washington leads 3-2 here in set 3. Taylor Mitch, next serve on the way. Huff, first contact, Yurok going to Wells, blocked. Popped up in the air by Wells. Yurok and Sickles a free ball back to Washington. Mitch to Reagan Miller to the middle. Green, dug by Mertens. Sickles blocked by Messinger. Sickles keeps it alive to Mertens going to Huff. Tip towards the middle in front of Farmer and down. Huff with the left hand finds the middle of the defense. Huff for 8th kill. Here comes Chaplin in for Huff to serve. Warriors' first kill of set 3. 17th of the match. We're tied at 3. Here in set 3, Warriors trail it 2-0. Washington out of the Southeast Conference. They're leading it. Warriors in 3rd place in the South Division of the Super Conference. Chaplin the serve, and that's in. An ace. Mitch let it go. First of set 3, second of the match for the Warriors. We're tied at 3. Chaplin will serve again. Kaylee, couple of rhythm dribbles, right of center, a short serve, Mitch up to get it. Reagan off the block is the attack of Green, and it falls in the back. Green off the block, it's her 6th kill. Huff back in for Chaplin. Farmer out. And let's see, number 9, Sarah Burdo in to the match. That's a 6th kill, I think, for Green. 2nd of the set for Washington, 33rd of the match. Green will serve. Wiley, first contact, Mertens. Over to Sickles on the right side, blocked, hangs on the net, kept alive by Burdo. To Reagan Miller, to back row attack, Mitch towards the back left. Yurok sends it over on the first contact, but it's out of bounds. So a back row attack by Taylor Mitch gives her 6th kill, 3rd as a team in set 3 for Washington, 34th of the match. Demons lead at 5-4, up 2-0 in set 3. Green off the tape in front of Huff. She might have touched it. Yurok couldn't save it. That'll be an ace. 4. Green, her 2nd. Team first to set 3, 5th of the match. Washington up 6-4. Green left to center on the service line. That serve caught the net. Service air. First to set 3, 10th of the match for Washington. It's kept the Warriors hanging around. Farmer back in for Green. 6-5. Sickles the serve. Washington up 1 here in set 3. Tegan Sickles over there towards the right corner. Serve on the way. Mix has it go backwards. Messinger comes to help out. Back into play. Mix a free ball to the Warriors. Sickles overhead pass Urach. Going to set Wells out of the middle down the right side and out. Warriors just haven't been sharp there. They need to. That's a shot that needs to find the line if you're going to stay in this match. Attack here, Van Buren County. Drahota out. Karis Miller into serve. Washington leads it 7-5 in set 3. They are up 2-0. Karis Miller right of center, serve on the way. Wiley to Urach. And no kill attempt. Mertens a free ball. Back to Mix. Karis Miller going to Messinger on the outside where she's dangerous. Pass tough. Nobody could control that one. Messinger's 15th put away. What's the, fourth of set 3, 35th of the match. Served by Karis Miller goes to Huff. Urach a setter dump. Berto blocks it. Reagan keeps it alive. The other Miller. Messinger blocked by the Warriors for a point. Wells and Urach got Messinger. She tried to tip. Second block of the point as it's at third of the match for the Warriors, 8-6. Wiley out, Troutman in, Wells to serve. Daphne Wells, a little bit right of center, will send it on the way too hard. Service error, second of set 3 for the Warriors, 6th of the match. Wells is out, Wiley's back in. Turning point so far tonight, the Warriors had a set point in set 2. Couldn't convert. Washington ended up winning set 2. They're up 2-0. They lead at 9-6. Messinger in set 3, serve on the way. Wiley overhead pass Urach, overhead back set. Mertens will tip. Crawled over the net. Mix up in the air to Karis Miller. Back set right side, Reagan Miller. Cross court, dug by Huff, but it goes backwards out of bounds. Reagan Miller. First kill for her. 5th of the team in set 3. 36th of the match for Washington against 17 for Van Buren County. Messinger from the right corner. The next serve, a good low serve handled by Huff to Urach. Back set right side Mertens. Cross court off of Reagan Miller. Ricochets towards the Washington bench. Mertens with the kill off the right side for her 6th. Team second in set 3, 18th of the match, 10-7. Warriors down 3 and Marley to serve. Marley Mertens to serve on the way. Farmer in the back middle has it to Karis Miller. To Reagan Miller on the right side. Blocked by Troutman, kept alive by Urach. Wiley back set right side Huff. She'll hit it off the block, kept alive by Karis Miller to Farmer. Forearm set to Mix. Blocked by the Warriors. Messinger punched over on 2. Troutman and Urach, and it falls off of Sickles. As Washington wins a ricochet battle on that point. Green in for Berto. That was a tough way to lose that point. 11-7. Farmer, a short serve. Wiley right back to him on one contact. Messinger, forearm pass. Karis Miller, Green out of the middle. Dug by Wiley. Right back to the Demons on one contact. Mix to Karis Miller. Back to Mix on the outside. Blocked by the Warriors. And it went out of bounds. They got to turn that block towards the court. Troutman and Urach got her. But Mix, a kill off the Warrior block. They're her 7. Team 6 of the set. 37th of the match. That serve ricochets off of Sickles for an ace over towards the Warrior crowd. 13-7. Washington created that ace by Farmer, her first, team second of the set. 6th of the match from the left corner. Farmer the serve to Mertens to Urach to Huff. Blocked. I don't think it ever made it over. Now they say it did. Blocked for a point. Okay, so that's first block for a point of set 3 by Washington. 5th of the match, and they've created separation at 14-7. Towards the left corner, a short serve. Sickles up to get it from Farmer to Urach, going to Huff. Roll shot towards the middle. Karis Miller to Farmer, going to the outside. Mix to the middle back, dug by Mertens. Sickles, and then Wiley, a roll shot out of the back. That one going to go long. Attack air Warriors. And this one slipping away. 15-7 here in set 3. Washington up 2-0. Farmer the next serve, the libero on the way. Mertens, Urach going to the middle to Troutman, blocked by Green, kept alive by Troutman to Urach. Here comes Marley tipping it out of the back, and Green right there to clean that one up and tip it down. We'll give her a kill on that one. Green her 7th, team 7th of the set. 38th of the match, 16-7. Farmer, Wiley up to get that. off the serve. Back set, center dump on 2. Mix over Sickles. Yurok up in the air. Sickles back to Washington. Messinger to Karis Miller to the middle. Green, and she'll put that one away down the middle. Warriors just no answer. Too many hitters from Washington. Green, her 8th kill, team's 8th of the set, 39th of the match. Warriors down 10 in set 3, 17-7. Timeout, Selena Sayer and Van Buren County. Back with you in 30 seconds for more Warrior volleyball. They trail at 17-7 and 2-0 in the third set. Back with you in 30 seconds right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Tiffany here. The best things in life are a nice spring day, a tasty treat, and a great deal. That's right, a great deal. So why not swing by Dowd's Quick Stop? Savor our barbecue chicken pizza or classic cheeseburger and fries combo. Craving something sweet? Our ice cream is on and is the best around. Dive into our spring fun with our specialty pizza starting at $17.99. Visit us today in Dowd's and follow us on Facebook at Dowd's Quick Stop for more delicious deals. Stop by for a quick taste of spring.
Back with you here in the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth from Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School, Keosauqua, Iowa. Washington up 2-0. They lead 17-7. The next in set 3. Farmer, serve handled by Mertens to Yurok to Huff. Blocked, but out of bounds. Huff will get a kill. She hit that one with too much force. They blocked it, but it went out of bounds on the Warrior side. Huff's 9th, team 3rd in set 3. 19th of the match, 17-8. Yurok to serve it towards the right corner. Sophia's serve on the way. Messinger, forearm pass, Karis Miller to the middle, Green. And Yurok went to her left, and she couldn't control it. Green gets her 9th put away, 9th as a team, 40th of the match, 9th as a team in set 3. Here comes Drahoda in for Karis Miller. Reagan Miller, left to center, will serve it for the Demons. That one too strong. Way past the end line, maybe a little left. Service error. 2nd of set 3, 11th of the match. Wells in for Troutman. 18-9. Washington has still doubled up the Warriors here in set 3. Washington leads at 2-0. Lexi Wiley, right of center. A good low hard serve. Farmer up to get it. Reagan Miller, a forearm set. Roll shot by Drahoda. That goes long. Attack air. Washington 18-10. Wiley to serve again. Lexi's serve. That's in. Oh, no. That looked in to me. Called out. Service error. I thought that one caught some line. 3rd service error of set 3 for the Warriors. 7th of the match. 19-10 free point Demons. Mix left to center to serve. And teams trade service errors. Their 3rd service error of set 3. 12th of the match. Chaplin in for Huff to serve. About the only weakness in the Washington game here tonight is their service errors. They've got 12 of them. They're averaging 4 of them a set so far. They lead at 19-10 here in set 3, up 2-0. And Kaylee Chaplin, rhythm dribbles, right of center. Kaylee serve on the way. Mix, forearm pass. Reagan Miller will set Green out of the middle. Warriors have had no answer. She put it away towards the back right, or middle right. Here comes Huff back in for Chaplin. The libero Farmer out for Berto. And Green, her 10th. She's dangerous out of the middle. That's the team 10th in set 3. 41st kill of the match for the Demons. And they're 5 points away, 20-11. Green on the serve. A good low hard serve handled by Huff. Yurok, a forearm set all the way over to the outside. Mertens will just tip it across with 2 hands to Messinger. Reagan Miller, backside right. Keep it alive to the Warriors. They blocked it, but then overpass, and Drahoda had the original attack, and she cleaned it up the overpass. Her 8th put away. Team's 11th kill of the set, 42nd of the match, 21-11. Washington up by 10 here in set 3. Green the serve. That one's in. Huff and Sickles let it go. 3rd ace of set 3 for Washington. Their 7th ace of the match. 21-12 here in set number 3. Green, left to center. That serve on the way. That one is too long. 4th service error of set 3 for Washington. 13th of the match. Farmer in for Green. 22-12. Washington still up 10 here in set 3, leading at 2-0. Tegan Sickles on the serve for Van Buren County. Towards the right corner, serve on the way. Mix. Up in the air to Reagan Miller, to Messinger out of the middle off the block of the Warriors, and it ricochets out of bounds. Messinger, her 16th kill of the night. That's the team 12th in set 3, 43rd of the match. 23-12 Demons. Karis Miller in for Drahoda. Washington 2 points away from taking this one 3-0. Warriors need a ferocious run. Karis Miller, the serve. Huff. Wells to Mertens on the outside. She'll just tip it across to Messinger. Karis Miller back to Messinger. Dug nicely down the line by Sickles. Wiley, Mertens, a high roll shot to Farmer in the back to Karis Miller. Back set, right side, Reagan Miller. Dug by Wiley, off of the ceiling, Huff, and tipped. Cleaned up by number 8, Reagan Miller. Second kill for her, 13th of the set for Washington, 44th of the match. And a set point match point coming at 24-12 for the Demons. Karis Miller, the serve on the way. Wiley, first contact. Sickles, free ball to Farmer. To Karis Miller, going to the middle. Off of Huff, from a kill from Berto. Her first, team 14th, 25-12. And Washington wins it by a score of 3-0. That was their 14th kill of set 3. Their 45th kill of the night. Washington just a little bit better than the Warriors here this evening. So that'll take us to the post-game show brought to you by Cranston Family Funeral Home in Fairfield and Keosauqua. Went on to serve you with Monument Sales and Irish Ridge Cremation, Cranston Family Funeral Home.com. We'll take a 3-minute break. That'll give me a chance to add up some stats. We'll come back and do the Warrior Volleyball post-game show after this 3-minute break. Washington wins it by a score of 3-0, 25-16, 28-26, and 25-12. They defeat the Van Buren County Warriors tonight by that 3-0 score. Back with you in 3 minutes. You're tuned into Warrior Volleyball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Hi, this is Amanda Manning-Morris. Farmers and ranchers, we know your work is the backbone of our community. At First Iowa State Bank of Keosauqua, we're proud to offer ag lending solutions tailored to your needs. Whether it's land, equipment, or operational expenses, we've got the tools to help your operation grow. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and local experts who understand agriculture, we're here to support you every step of the way. Partner with a bank that knows the land and stands by its people. First Iowa State Bank, your ag lending partner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Van Buren County Hospital, we're proud to support the Van Buren County Warriors on the field, on the stage, and in the classroom. Whether you're crossing the finish line, acing a test, or painting a masterpiece, we're cheering you on every step of the way. And when you need us, we're here with compassionate care, expert providers, and a wide range of services for the whole family. Van Buren County Hospital. Quality care close to home.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom, and we are so excited about the upcoming school year. All of us here at Van Buren County can't wait to see all the wonderful things our students accomplish this year. From academic accolades to the gridiron, we are blessed to have you choose Van Buren County in educating your children. Our team has made several improvements throughout the district, and we can't wait for you to see them. New graphics, new flooring, and new Twig science curriculum, just to name a few. We also want to take this time to welcome any new staff and new students to our district. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
This is Tim with Slayton Polaris. I'm sure you would agree with me that while we enjoy watching our kids grow up on the farm, we also wish they could stay little for as long as possible. 1 minute they are small enough to play in a tractor tire, and the next thing you know, they are bigger than you. With all of life's changes, you can take comfort in knowing that Slayton Polaris will try their best to keep things the same. We always offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has always been our policy since we opened our doors. We look forward to meeting you at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we are back with you here from the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth, Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School, Keosauqua, Iowa. We're inside the gym on Fred Parsons Court. We just watched the Washington Demons defeat the Van Buren County Warriors tonight by a score of 3-0, 25-16, 28-26, 25-12 were the scores. Washington taking all three of them. Let's do a set and match recap brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's for gas and all the convenience and daily food specials. Set 1 was brought to you by First Iowa State Bank. Set 2 was Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive. Set 3 was Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. If we would have needed a set 4, that would have been Tugboat Transportation. Set 5, Wasco Hardware. All the Warrior kills tonight brought to you by Van Buren County Hospital. Warrior Aces, a couple of them, brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Warrior Blocks, Crane Concrete Ready Mix. Player of the match, we'll get to that in a little bit. Sponsored by Milo and his team at Wells Hometown Drug. Starting lineups tonight were Smithburg Automotive. The pregame show was a Van Buren County Community School District First Serve and coaches interviews, Dowd's Lumber and Home Center. And this is the Warrior Volleyball postgame show brought to you by Cranston Family Funeral Home. All right, let's get to the set and match recap brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop. In that third set, Warriors with 3 service errors, a total of 7 in the match. Washington, 4 service errors in set 3, a total of 13 for the match. 1 ace in set 3 for the Warriors, a total of 2 for the match. Washington, 3 aces in set 3, a total of 7 for the match. Warriors, 3 kills in set 3, a total of 19 for the match. Washington, a total of 14 kills in set 3, 45. Better than 2-to-1 ratio there as far as kills go for Washington in this one. They had 45 in the match. 2 blocks for a point in set 3 for the Warriors, 3 for the match. Washington, 1 block for a point. They had a total of 5. The Demons win it by a score, the first set 25-16. Set 2 was the turning point. The Warriors had a set point, and they needed that one. They needed to win that set 2. I think it was 24-23, and the Warriors had a set point, just couldn't quite win that one to that point to take set number 2. Washington ended up coming back and winning set 2 by a score of 28-26, and then they walked away with set 3 by a score of 25-12 to win it 3-0. Let's take a look at some individual statistics from the match for Washington. Ellie Farmer with an ace, Karis Miller with an ace, Taylor Miksch with 7 kills, Leighton Messinger led him with 16 kills, Layla Green with 10, Addison Miller with 1, Reagan Miller with 2, Sarah Berto with 1, and Lauren Drahota had 8 kills for Washington. For the Warriors, Ashlyn Huff led them with 9 kills, Marley Mertens with 6, Daphne Wells with 1, Tegan Sickles with 2, Ada Troutman with 1. The Warriors just had 2 aces. Player of the match, let's go Sophia Urach tonight. I don't think I've given one to her yet, or it's been a while. She does all of the work setting the ball for all of the Warrior attackers, picks up some aces when she's serving, and a few kills on the quick setter dump if she catches the other team off guard. She has lots of Warrior assists setting up her hitters on the year. So let's go with Sophia Urach tonight, the Warrior player of the game. Brought to you by Milo and his team at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield and Keosauqua. Ask them about free delivery or curbside pickup options. So that's a look at the set and match, a recap brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop. We're going to take the last 3-minute break. We'll come back with you one more time and wrap it up. We got a few more ads to make sure that we get in. You get one last chance to hear from some of our wonderful sponsors who make this broadcast possible. I should mention one more time, we're on the air tonight at your home for today's hits and yesterday's favorites, 92.7 KTWA. We're also streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel, and I think the thing that AJ and I are happiest about is that all the electronics, unlike the Friday night football game, worked correctly so far, knock on wood. One thing I did hear from the athletic director, Jen Fett, tonight, that the Warrior homecoming game is canceled. Well, it's not going to happen against Highland, I should say. They're going to push it back to the next week against Wapello, is what she told me. So check your social media outlets and see if there's an announcement about that. But she said go ahead and get it out there early. I saw Superintendent Jeremy Hissam in the crowd tonight, and she heard it from him. So I think the football game with Highland was scheduled to be homecoming on October 3rd is not going to happen because of Highland's tricky football situation this year with low numbers and ineligibility. I don't think they can go. So I think that's not going to happen. It's canceled, and the Warrior homecoming football game going to be pushed back to October 10th against Wapello Arrows. So that's what I've heard, and that's what I know. Let's take our final 3-minute break. We'll come back and wrap this one up. You're tuned in to Warrior Volleyball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Whether you're building your dream home, expanding the family farm, or just need a little help getting started, Pilot Grove Savings Bank is here for you. Our experienced lending team offers personalized service with competitive rates because we live here too, and we know what matters. Pilot Grove Savings Bank. We make your goals our priority. Visit us at pilotgrovesavingsbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom, and we are so excited about the upcoming school year. All of us here at Van Buren County can't wait to see all the wonderful things our students accomplish this year. From academic accolades to the gridiron, we are blessed to have you choose Van Buren County in educating your children. Our team has made several improvements throughout the district, and we can't wait for you to see them. New graphics, new flooring, and new Twig science curriculum, just to name a few. We also want to take this time to welcome any new staff and new students to our district. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with you one final time here from Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School in Keosauqua, Iowa, the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth, where we just witnessed the Washington Demons get a 3-0 win over the Van Buren County Warriors in girls high school varsity volleyball for you. Action tonight, non-conference action. Washington out of the Southeast Conference, they're leading it, and the Warriors, of course, in the South Division of the Super Conference at 3-1, about in third place behind Holy Trinity and Notre Dame. But it was a good matchup. Warriors had a chance to take set 2, had a set point, couldn't do it, and figured it would be tough after that, and they end up falling by a score of 3-0 to the Washington Demons. This is going to complete the Warrior Volleyball postgame show brought to you by Cranston Family Funeral Home in Fairfield and Keosauqua. Now to serve you with a monument sales and Irish Ridge cremation, CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com. After tonight's action, Washington improves to 13-8 on the year, 4-0 on the road. They're back at it tomorrow night, September 23rd at Burlington. Conference play, 7:15 p.m. First serve there. For the Warriors, they fall to 11-8, 1-2 here at home. Next action for AJ and I will be this week, Thursday, September 25th. Conference tournament pool play. There's 4 sites Three of them have 4 teams. One site has 5 teams. They've seeded all the teams in the conference. Each site has a 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed, and they're going to play round robin in pool play. And the top 2 teams from each site are going to advance to Southeastern Community College in Burlington on Saturday night. So you got to be top 2 in your pool from one of those 4 sites to get to a quarterfinal of the conference tournament. So that means going 3-0 or 2-1 in pool play. The Warriors are going to travel to Waco on Thursday night for conference tournament action pool play, where they will face Waco, Hillcrest Academy, and West Burlington. That's our pool. So hopefully the Warriors at least can go 2-1 up there and advance to Southeastern Community College on Thursday night of this week. We'll be at Waco. We start at 5 o'clock, I believe. Our first matches, 5, 6, and 7 approximately. Those will be best of 3 setters, 21, 21, and 15, if I remember correctly. So pregame, be looking for us, 4:30, 4:40-ish, depending on how fast we get there and get set up. That'll be volleyball action for you. More of it on Thursday of this week. That's the Warriors' next action. So we can get to our closing stuff now. Player of the match was Sophia Urach. Let's see. I'd like to thank board operator Kyle Smith for hanging with us back at the station tonight, the studio in Ottumwa, making this thing go smoothly, pressing all the right buttons so everybody can enjoy the broadcast. I'd like to thank all of our listeners and viewers. A couple of ways for you to tune in tonight. If you chose one of those, big thanks for doing so. We're on the air at 92.7 KTWA, also streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. If you got us on now listening to the postgame show on your way home, please drive safely, and all of us here, we will try to do the same. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, as I always do here, the Warrior Volleyball postgame show. Run through them for you one more time. The Van Buren County Community School District, Cranston Family Funeral Home, Dowd's Lumber and Home Center, Smithburg Automotive, Dowd's Quick Stop, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Van Buren County Hospital, Wells Hometown Drug, Crane Concrete Ready Mix, First Iowa State Bank, Roto-Rooter, Slayton Polaris, Tugboat Transportation, and Wasco Hardware. If you're in the area and need some local business, please make sure you give these sponsors a chance. They're a huge part of why these broadcasts can be brought to you, heard over the airways at 92.7 KTWA, also on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. If you're not currently a sponsor of Warrior Sports, but you'd like to be, you got to get a hold of Margie at OttumwaRadio.com. She'd be happy to set you up with an ads package that's to your liking. You can feel good about getting your business name some advertising. Feel even better about sponsoring Van Buren County Warrior Sports. Once again, if you'd like to sponsor Warrior Sports, get a hold of Margie at OttumwaRadio.com. The totals and finals one more time. Washington defeats Van Buren County tonight by a score of 3-0 in girls high school varsity volleyball, 25-16, 28-26, 25-12. Next broadcast for us will be volleyball Thursday night from Waco, conference tournament pool play, 4:30-ish pregame, 5 o'clock for the first match. The Warriors are going to play Waco, Hillcrest Academy, and West Burlington. That's going to about do it here for us. On behalf of Kyle Smith, back at the studio, my cameraman and on-site producer, Mr. A.J. Rowe, my name is Shan Moquin, your play-by-play and radio voice of the Warriors. We're all back again for the sports seasons of the 25-26 school year, and we'll all wish you a very pleasant rest of your Monday evening and say so long to you from Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School here in Keosauqua, Iowa, where once again the final score, the Washington Demons 3, the Van Buren County Warriors 0. We'll talk to you next from Waco High School on Thursday night for conference tournament action pool play. So until then, you've been tuned in to Warrior Volleyball right here. We are on the air tonight at 92.7 KTWA, also streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. From Van Buren County Community Junior Senior High School in